Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. Alright. Okay, this video I will explain still in the chapter 4, but I will focus more on credit creation and also commercial bank. So what is the commercial bank? Here, commercial bank is an institution that is owned by private sector and is a profit-making institution. For example, in Malaysia, we have Maybank, we have CIMB, we have Hong Leong, Public Bank, Afin Bank, and many more. And those are the commercial bank and is a profit-making institution. The functions of the commercial bank is one is accepting deposit. Means that this bank, commercial banks, will accept deposit from you. Contrast with the central bank. Central bank does not accept deposit. You cannot save money in the central bank, but you may deposit your money in the into the commercial bank in terms of saving account or fixed deposit account or al-mutarabah account and many more. The second one is central bank also provide loans and advance to you in terms of car loans, housing loan, and also credit card give you advance and you pay back later. The third one is provide other banking services and facilities. For example, to exchange your currency, you may use for ASB, pay utilities, and many other facilities. And the last one is credit creation. I will explain later for the credit creation. And these are the functions of among the functions of commercial bank. Alright, for credit creation, what is the credit creation? Credit is something like money and creation. So money will be multiplied and multiplied. What is credit creation? Actually, a process where a small given deposit in a commercial bank will lead to an increase in the supply of money. Okay, a small deposit. You deposit 1,000 and this 1,000 will be multiplied in the economy. In the economy becomes 10,000 or 20,000 based on the multiplier money. And then before we proceed to the process of credit creation, there are some assumptions. The first one is cash ratio is fixed by the central bank and its value is constant. The second one, banks do not keep excess cash reserve. The third one, the public must keep their money in the bank. Leakage doesn't exist. Bank assets are only in the form of cash and loan. Liability consists of deposit only and deposits are in the form of current deposit. So, how does credit creation work? Here, we assume that only one commercial bank in the country. We assume as bank XYZ, and we assume one customer will deposit 1,000 to the bank XYZ. So when Mr. Arvin deposit the money, it will become a liability to the bank. So it will stay in the balance of sheet of the bank. It will be in the part of liability, deposit 1,000. And we assume that bank legal cash reserve requirement is 10%. For this example, I use cash reserve is 10%. Okay, when cash reserve is 10%, 10% out of liability, out of deposit 1,000 means that 10% times 10,000 means 100. Okay, 100 because from 1,000 and the balance, okay, cash reserve is 10%, loan would be 90%. So 90% out of the liability deposit 1,000 So the amount of loan is 900. Alright, so the total, the balance would be the same, 1,000 and 1,000. So the loan is 900 will be loaned out to the next customer. Okay. For example, next customer is Miss Catherine. So Miss Catherine will make loan from Bank XYZ of 900, and she will deposit the 900 into the same bank. So here would be in the part of liability 900. Right? So from 900, 10% of 10% of this 900 will be reserve. Okay, so it will become 990, and the balance 90% of 900, which is 810, would be loaned out to the next customer. Okay, bank will be loaned out to another person, and another person will make loan from the bank XYZ and deposit 810 to the liability part, and 10% will be reserved, which is 81, and the balance will be loaned out to the next customer, and this process will continue until the total money supply is 10,000. Okay, from 1,000 it will become 10,000. That's why the credit creation process working. Okay, so here are the formula to get about the credit creation. The first one, cash ratio, means that cash reserve divided by initial deposit times 100. Okay, so before from the previous example, cash reserve is 100 divided by 1,000 equals to 10%. Okay, times 100 means in percentage. So 10%. For money multiplier, 1 divided by cash ratio. Cash ratio before is 10%. So 1 divided by 0.1, or 1 divided by 10%. 10% when you convert becomes 0.1. So here from the previous example, the money multiplier is 10 times. For the total money supply, money multiplier, this one is money multiplier times initial deposit. So before 10 money multiplier is 10 times, and initial deposit is 1,000. So 1,000 times 10 times equals to 10,000. RM 10,000. For the total reserve, the initial reserve is 100. So 100 times 10, it becomes 1,000. And the total credit creation is the money multiplier times the initial loan. Initial loan from the Mr. Arvin before is 900. So 900 times 10 times equals to 9,000. So here actually total reserve plus dengan plus total credit creation, okay, 1,000 here plus 9,000 equals to total money supply. Also can use that formula. Okay, total reserve plus total credit creation, 1,000 plus 9,000 equals to 10,000. So that is total money supply. Okay, do you understand for this formula? Alright. And there are limitations to the credit creation. Among of the limitation is a change in cash ratio and legal cash reserve requirement. Clearinghouse will slow down the process. For example, check. Okay, the check, the clearinghouse, it sometimes become late. And availability of collateral security such as mortgage, land titles, and Bank Negara Malaysia will monetary control will also affect the amount of loan. Sometimes central bank will easy make it loan easier, or sometimes become strict. Okay, so that those are the limitations to credit creation. And let's do some tutorial. Okay, here is the example of the credit creation process. You may try by your own. Later, I will give the example, the answer for that question. Okay, so we have here the balance sheet, and you calculate cash ratio, calculate money multiplier, total money supply, total credit created, and limitation. And also this one, bank saya, and define cash ratio, calculate the value of credit creation, and then assume a borrower take loan from bank saya and deposit into bank dia. And if the bank negara cash ratio by 5%, so calculate all those question, and the marks for this is 10 marks. Also for this, yeah, quite similar question. You may do it first and would be discussed with the lecturer. Okay, and the last one we have Islamic banking product. For Islamic banking product, we have 5. For your syllabus, we have 5. For example, Al-Wadi'ah, Al-Mudarabah, Al-Bai' Bithaman Ajil, Al-Musyarakah, and Al-Ijarah. Al-Wadi'ah is a custody and guarantee. For Al-Mudarabah, profit sharing. Al-Bai' Bithaman Ajil, deferred payment sale. Al-Musyarakah, Syarakah means partnership, and Al-Ijarah, lease or rental. So, Al-Wadi'ah, this is Al-Wadi'ah. Al-Wadi'ah refers to a trust agreement between the owner of the goods and or depositor of the money with the bank as a custodian for safekeeping. And usually Al-Wadi'ah use the principle of Al-Wadi'ah Yaddamanah as guaranteed customer. So here, depositor grants the bank their permission to utilize the money for whatever purpose permitted by Sharia principle. For example, you deposit 1,000 ringgit to the bank under Al-Wadi'ah saving account, and bank will use 1,000 in whatever purpose permitted by Sharia principle, and in return, bank guarantees the return of whole amount of deposit without damage. So you will get back your 1,000 without any less than 1,000. Okay, basically the contract is entered into both parties to ensure safe custody, thus creating Al-Wadi'ah Yaddamanah. So we have Al-Wadi'ah current account and Al-Wadi'ah saving account. And actually Al-Wadi'ah doesn't provide the depositor with the right to receive the share of profit, and is based on interest-free concept. The bank as trustee under this guaranteed custody contract is not allowed to mention or promise any reward in the form of profit. You are not mentioned the promise or hibah or profit. But if at the end of month or in the end of the year, bank will give some amount of hibah on the deposit received. Okay, you may read by your own for the Al-Wadi'ah in current account and Al-Wadi'ah in saving account. And usually you have the account under Bank Islam, and this is the Al-Wadi'ah saving account. Alright. The second is Al-Mudarabah. Al-Mudarabah is a profit sharing. Okay, this saving account also is another popular saving account offered by Islamic bank. So what is al-mudharabah actually is a profit sharing contract under Sharia guidelines made between the depositor and the bank, whereby both parties agree to share the profits from investment or business ventures according to mutually agreed ratio. Depositor or investor solely provide the capital, and bank or an entrepreneur solely manage the project. If the venture is profitable, the profit will be distributed based on pre-agreed profit sharing ratio. However, there is a loss in the business. The loss shall be borne solely by the provider of the bank. Okay, so for if you use this concept, mudharabah saving account, when you deposit the money, if the profit, if the venture, the business venture becomes profitable, you will get a portion of your profit based on pre-agreed profit sharing ratio. But if the loss, you are solely borne the loss, okay, not the bank. Okay, next, the al-bai' bersamaan ajil, deferred payment sale. It is a contract that refers to the sale and purchase transaction. For example, you buy vehicle, land, building machinery on a deferred and an installment basis with a pre-agreed payment period. Al-bai' bersamaan ajil delivered the commodity immediately to the purchaser while the payment is postponed until a specified date in the future or through installment. For example, if you buy a car, you directly get the car. Once your loans is approved, so you will get the car. But the car is bank will pay for that car, and later you will pay through installment to the bank within the agreed period. For example, 7 years or 9 years. So you will pay installment through installment basis to the bank. Okay, that is al-bai' bersamaan ajil. Al-musyarakah is a partnership agreement. Syarikat. So syarikat from the word Arabic word al-syarakah. So this is al-musyarakah. A partnership agreement between two parties and more to finance a business venture, whereby all parties contribute capital either in the form of cash or in kind. Any profit derived from the venture will be distributed based on pre-agreed profit sharing ratio, while the loss is shared according to the ratio to the contribution. Okay, so al-musyarakah allows each party involved in the business to share in the profit and risk, and is an ideal alternative to interest-based financing. And for this, you may read by your own how the al-musyarakah works. And the last one, al-ijarah, lease or rental, means provide service and goods temporarily for a wage. These involve providing product or service on a lease or rental basis. Al-ijarah contract similar to conventional lease, in which the owner rent or lease his property or goods to a lessee, and the lessee is given the right to use the object, the usufruct, for a specified period or time for a free. The lessee is responsible for normal maintenance, while the lessor or the owner is responsible for major maintenance. Okay, so that's all for this chapter. Thank you. Bye.